more details, visit gardeninacan.com today. That's gardeninacan.com or call 86.
Another in a series of presidential profiles, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, 35th President of the United States.
Let both sides seek to invoke the wonders of science instead of its terrors. Together, let us explore the stars, conquer the deserts, eradicate disease, cap the ocean depth, and encourage the arts and commerce. All this will not be finished in the first 100 days, nor will it be finished in the first 1,000 days, nor in the life of this administration, nor even perhaps in our lifetime on this planet. But let us begin.
A ringing challenge to a new generation of Americans, spoken by President John F. Kennedy in his inaugural address. Eloquent words that were to prove tragically prophetic, for this youthful leader's brief term in office served only as a beginning. The achievement of his goals was left to the men who followed him, men inspired by his example and ideals. But it was John F. Kennedy who lighted the way for America's renewed dedication. It was he who said, "Let us begin." Born in 1917 of a large Irish Catholic family, Kennedy's early years quickly introduced him to the fascinating world of politics. His father, a self-made millionaire, served as an appointee of Franklin Delano Roosevelt's administration during the Depression of the 1930s. While attending Harvard University prior to World War II, Jack Kennedy spent his holidays in London, where his father was serving as the American ambassador. It was perhaps at this time that the young Kennedy first crystallized his budding political aspirations. And in 1946, he ran for Congress from the state of Massachusetts and tasted the fruits of political victory for the first time. For the next 14 years, Kennedy served in the Congress of the United States, first as a representative, later as a senator. But by 1956, when he lost his bid for the Democratic vice presidential nomination, it was only too clear that Kennedy had but one goal in mind, the presidency. On January 2nd, 1960, he took the first step.
I am announcing today my candidacy for the presidency of the United States.
The battle had begun. Kennedy's first task, to convince his fellow Democrats that he was the man to lead the party to victory. He was relatively unknown, he was young, and he was Catholic. No member of his faith had ever been elected president. Kennedy, however, was confident that he was the man for the job, and equally confident that he fully understood the responsibilities it entailed.
I did not undertake lightly to seek the presidency. It is not a prize or a normal object of ambition. It is the greatest office in the world.
Crucial primary victories, most notably in the state of West Virginia, built momentum for the Kennedy bandwagon. Months of exhaustive campaigning that were climaxed in Los Angeles in July of 1960. The scene, the Democratic National Convention.
Wyoming!
I want
Mr. Chairman, Wyoming's vote will make the majority for Senator Kennedy.
Now the political battle shifted to the national arena as Kennedy matched personalities and programs with his Republican opponent, Vice President Richard Nixon. And for the first time, two candidates faced each other before a nationwide audience in a series of television debates. Kennedy's theme on television and throughout the campaign was constant. It was time to get the country moving, time to explore the new frontier.
We stand today on the edge of a new frontier, the frontier of the 1960s, the frontier of unknown opportunities and perils, the frontier of unfilled hopes, and unfilled threats? Have we the nerve and the will? Can we carry through in an age where we will witness not only new breakthroughs in weapons of destruction, but also a race for mastery of the sky and the rain, the ocean and the tides, the far side of space, and the inside of men's minds? That is the question of the new frontier.
And on November 3rd, 1960, the American public answered John Kennedy's question and elected him to the highest office in the land. He was the 35th President of the United States.